ma'am.
I have one announcement.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Childs, and I, so two things. One, we discovered a conflict, and then two, he said that he wanted to be pro se anyways, like from the beginning. So I'm not sure how we ended up entering a plea with him. However, he did explain to me that he would like to represent himself.
What you want to do to him?
Mr. Childs? Where's Mr. Childs? So, Mr. Childs, you say you want to represent yourself on a battery family violence case.
Yes, everyone represents.
Okay, somebody's speaking in the background and you need to mute. Okay, go ahead again, Mr. Childs. What do you say?
I've been trying to represent myself since day one. Only reason why we couldn't dismiss this faster because we was doing like video call like during COVID, so they couldn't come to a courthouse and I was injured. So that's only like prolonged. We were trying to finish this from.
Okay, so Mr. Childs, let me explain something. The reason you have an attorney is so you don't get yourself in more trouble. Listen to me carefully. Just listen, okay? I've been doing this a minute longer than you have. You got one case. I've had thousands. Listen to me. You saying no, you don't want to hear what I have to say.
I'm listening to you.
Okay. What I'm saying to you is, number one, if you're telling me the witness is not coming to court, then that suggests to me that you violated your bond conditions by talking. Listen to me now. Hear me. Okay. Just hear what I'm saying and the reason why I don't like for a lot of people to represent themselves. If you want to do it, that's fine, but I caution you about it. And they allow us to caution you about it because it's such a big risk. Number one, if you tell me you know what the main witness is going to do, then that suggests to me that you've had contact with them. And if you have contact with somebody in violation of your bond conditions, your bond can be revoked. You can be charged with additional misdemeanors or felonies. Number one. Number two, when you represent yourself, if you represent yourself at trial, then there are certain rules to how you get evidence into the record of the court. You may have something that needs to come before the court, but it can't come before me because you don't know the rule about how to get it in.
We're not trying to play a game.
No, it's not a game. There are rules to what we do. And if you don't do it right, you may not be able to get it before the court.
Mr. Childs, don't talk while the judge is talking, please.
I have respect for you. Don't represent.
She hasn't allowed us to withdraw yet, so we do until she rules that way.
Right.
So I can let Ms. Hahn withdraw because she says there's a conflict, but if you want to go forward by yourself, I need to tell you that there's some risk with that. And I also need to tell you that if you were convicted, let me explain. Each of these cases can be punishable. Each of these charges can be punishable by up to 12 months in jail, a $5,000 fine, or both. And I could run each charge consecutive, which means you could get on the first case 2023 CR 02430, you could get 1, 2, 3, 4 years straight to serve. So maybe one of them would merge, so 3 years straight. The second one, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe one of them merges, you could get 2 to 3 years straight.
Honestly, you're my judge. You're the one that's going to decide what's going to happen, correct?
Yeah, but not, wait, look, I decide if it's a bench warrant and I hear both. I mean, if it's a bench trial and I hear both sides. If it's a jury trial, the jury can decide and I just decide on sentence.
You tell me that it's not a game. You tell me these rules and see that's what I'm saying. They tell me this one. All right. I'm telling you, everybody that's on the chessboard is here, ready to move. The queen is here. The king is here. We also have Bishop. She's ready to, everybody in position. They want to make their decision. You all are just in the way. The players are here. We're ready to speak on how we want to speak. I understand you saying this and that and this to step in, but we all, the charges want to be dropped. So it's like,
well, how you know? See, this is where you get into trouble because how you know the victim wants the charge dropped because that means you've been communicating with them.
I'm not saying, ma'am, that doesn't matter.
It does matter. If you violate a court order, it matters.
Anything, Your Honor.
If you violate a court order, it matters.
Look, listen, I didn't violate anything. I spent my time in jail
For the
and I was
record,
released.
Your Honor,
I didn't have a bun. I didn't
want to
bun.
advise that I'm just asking Mr. Childs to
All I'm
not speak.
saying,
Hey,
Your Honor,
get me a copy of Mr. Childs' bond conditions on both his cases, please.
I didn't bun out, Your Honor.
Get me a copy of the bond conditions on both Mr. Childs' cases, please.
And even if let's say I bun it out, why are we still moving forward? The screen went black.
Because you don't get to make that decision, Mr. Childs.
I understand whoever makes the decision, people that, you guys shouldn't even be able to make the decision. People that call the police, people that are involved, people that don't want the police involved anymore.
You know why we don't pay attention to that anymore? Because people used to get beat down, and then for various reasons they say, oh, please drop the charges because I need him to pay these bills, or I need him to do this, or I need him to do that. And then the police would drop the charges, and then that person would go back and beat him again. So that's why we don't let y'all resolve it. Because if you could have resolved it, you wouldn't be here in the first place. You wouldn't be charged with two charges, two cases of violence.
I just need common sense to play into this situation. I feel like anybody with common sense.
Common sense means you wouldn't have been charged with 2 counts of battery on 2 different cases.
Life is full of all of that, you know what I'm saying? But you still succeed through your mistake. So
Okay, so to cut this short, I can appoint you another attorney, but the case is not being dismissed.
Your Honor, and we wanted to.
I can appoint you another attorney if you want, but the case is not going to be dismissed.
Just want to ask for this to be dismissed.
It's not going to be dismissed, I just said.
That's what I don't want to, ego to play a role. I know you have, authority.
Mr. Childs, what did I just say? I said no.
Mr. Childs, I'm about to press.
I said no. So do you want a jury trial or a bench trial? Let me know.
I don't understand y'all rules. I don't even understand the terminology. This is not my field. This is not my
can-
path. All I
Which
know,
is why you had an attorney, Mr. Childs, and I can give you another one.
I don't understand what's going on here. I don't know what a bench trial, I don't know what a trial. I just want to let this go. Like
It's not going. That's not going to happen.
We want y'all to stay out of our life.
Well, then somebody need to stop calling the police. That's not going to happen. So you got 2 cases, Mr. Childs. Do you need another attorney?
That's what I'm saying. But
Mr. Childs, yes or no? Do you need another attorney?
I need y'all to just let this situation go.
That's not happening. Do you need another attorney?
Let this situation go, Your Honor.
Okay, go sit down, Mr. Childs.
But if this is going to
Deputy Jones, Mr. Childs may need some time behind the door because he keeps talking to me and I keep trying to tell him, go sit down somewhere. Today's not the day. Have a seat. Thank you. All right, next, for somebody who wants to be helped.
But Childs, that's the one where we had a
Oh, okay, that's where he wants to represent himself and y'all have a conflict.
Yes, sure. I wasn't sure if Your Honor had made a ruling.
Well,
but-
he didn't tell me whether he wanted new counsel. He keeps asking me for something I can't do.
Okay.
Miss Janvier?
Yes, ma'am.
So it seems Mr. Childs, who has 2 battery cases pending, not 2 battery offenses, 2 separate cases pending, has asked the court to dismiss everything because they good now. Is the state inclined to dismiss the cases?
No, Your Honor.
I didn't think so. So Mr. Childs, you want a new attorney or you want to represent yourself, sir?
I'm not guilty, Your Honor. So I need.
That's not what I asked you. I want you to focus on what I'm asking you, because if you don't focus what I'm asking you, you're going to do horribly at trial. What I'm asking you is, do you need another attorney?
I need some help here. That's what I'm talking about. I need help because apparently y'all giving it to you short, simple, and straight to the point. Y'all trying to take me all the way around. So I need some help because I'm telling you, I'm not guilty. I'm innocent.
Okay. The whole point of a not guilty plea is if you want to prove that, if you want to go to trial and have the state prove the case against you, that's fine. What I'm offering you is some help with that. So if you want an attorney, I need you to answer the question I'm asking you.
I need some help to get out of this.
Okay, then you're still not answering the question. I'm asking you, do you want me to appoint another attorney?
The situation dismissed. So
That's a yes or no, Mr. Childs. We're not dismissing nothing.
answering everything saying I need help, Your Honor, because I can't help myself apparently, and my family can't even help me, and they're the one.
Okay, Mr. Childs. Mr. Childs, stop talking. You're doing too much. It's a yes or no. Do you want an attorney?
Need help, Your Honor. Yes.
Okay. Yes, he wants an attorney. That's where we're leaving it. Ms. Val, if you could simplify this thing, and please, let's just get Mr. Childs another attorney, one who can help him with trial, because he won't answer a straight question to help himself.
I say yes plenty of times.
All right. No, you keep talking, Mr. Childs. Mr. Childs, at this time, you're free to go. Make sure that your address is correct with the court. If you need to stop by the first floor to the state court clerk's office, make sure that you have the right address. An attorney is going to contact you once we get a new attorney appointed.
All right.
All right, you're free to go at this time. Do not have any contact with the person listed on your bond conditions, because if you do, you'll pick up a felony this time. You got 2 cases pending. Bless his heart.